Today on TechCrunch Cribs, we're visiting the office of Glassdoor, the job search platform that features anonymous reviews from current employees about companies, executive management teams, and salary. Glassdoor is just across San Francisco's Golden Gate Bridge in Sausalito, the picturesque town at the base of the Marin Headlands and Mount Tamalpais. Though Glassdoor is technically only 10 miles away from downtown San Francisco, the company's waterfront office with access to multiple hiking trails can feel worlds away from the typical hustle and bustle. I met with Glassdoor's CEO Robert Hohman to give me a tour of the campus.
So now we're standing in one of our two buildings here at the Glassdoor campus. This building is made up of a sales floor on this entire wing of the building. It's very loud. There's people on the phone all day. We have engineers largely upstairs. It's very quiet. And actually, when we were smaller and everybody was in one place, the engineers complained about the salespeople and vice versa, and it felt like a library. So now everybody has their own space. This is the sort of fun side of the building. Over here we have a game room. I'm a gamer. We bring in 4 new video games once every couple months. We rotate them out, which is awesome. I've always wanted that. We're big enough now. We have enough members to form a Glassdoor band, which plays there as we serve beer on tap.
Really?
And then this sitting between those two wings is the kitchen.
Okay.
What employees told us that they wanted the most when we asked them when we moved to this new campus, and they said food. That was by far the number one thing that they wanted. And so every day we bring in free, catered, really yummy, really healthy food for our employee base, and we serve it here. We work really, really hard, but we think it's super important that you take care of your body, you eat well, you exercise well. We have a wellness director who holds yoga, CrossFit, various training programs. We have the gym over here on the fun side of the building too, where people work out. And it's part of the ethos that we just really think is important, that you've got to have a well-rounded life in order to give your best to Glassdoor.
Glassdoor has about 450 staff worldwide. The bulk of them are based here at its headquarters, which spans across 2 buildings totaling 30,000 square feet of space. And the company is growing quickly. In January 2015, Glassdoor closed on an additional $50 million in funding that will be used primarily for further expansion. So how did you end up here in Marin?
It's an advantage, if anything, being here.
Really?
Yeah, it is. You know, the reverse commute from the city is amazing. If you live anywhere on the western side of the city, it's like 11 or 12 minutes to get here. And then you've got all the beauty of Marin. You've got the water. I think we're the only startup in the North Bay that can claim kayaking and paddleboarding as a perk.
People really do that out here?
They do. We have those available for people. People ride TAM at lunch. You know, the headlands are right here. We've got a walking path that kind of goes 5 miles in either direction, which that's what my preferred one-on-one space is. And it's different, right? It's different than I think many of the startup alternatives that people have, being surrounded by this nature.
Right.
And this sort of peace.
How many of your employees would you say live up here in Marin as opposed to in the city or in the South Bay?
The bulk of our employees actually live in the city. About
Okay.
half of our employees live in the city. About a quarter live in Marin, and then about a quarter live in the East Bay and come across the Richmond Bridge to get here.
The Marin Headlands is a super popular spot for cyclists, and a solid contingent of Glassdoor staffers bike to and from work. You can tell because they've made tons of space for bike parking. On any given day, you'll see more than a dozen dogs running around, and the company has paintings and photos of their furry friends hanging throughout the office.
When we designed the offices, you know, we're all about transparency and all about employees having a voice, so we asked people what kind of office space they wanted. Not surprisingly, Bay Area people wanted an open, collaborative environment, but some people do feel like they need some space.
Right.
And so we sort of have both.
And do you guys, how transparent are you on things like salary and all of that? Because
Super.
Glassdoor is kind of famous for giving other people visibility into their companies.
Yeah.
Do you guys have like a big wall with everyone's salary on it here? Or what's
We use the site. So my salary's up on the site.
Really?
We ask everybody to contribute their salary. We ask everyone when they start to tell us about the interview process. We ask people to tell us what it's like to work here. And their anonymity is really tightly protected. And they do, which is what's great. You know, I see the parts that are good and I see the parts where we've screwed stuff up, because every company has. And I see the things that we need to do better. And I also have the benefit of, I'm kind of in the center, like people march into my office and tell me where I screwed up too, but they do it on the site, and that's great.
Well, Robert, this has been so nice. Thank you for showing us around. I think I want
My
to
pleasure.
get outside and go on a hike or something.
Thank you for coming.